Hi, this is Dr. Jenny Mitchell of the Master of Leadership Development Program. I have the honor of introducing you to the orientation today, and you'll see that we have 5 segments. We're only going to discuss one segment for each video. So the first one is for Be Prepared. The first thing to know about is that we have a portal. A portal is where you are going to find all kinds of information, but first you have to set it up. So when you first log into your portal, you'll click Forget Your Password and be prepared to answer a security question that you set up the first time you logged in. Once you do that, you'll be able to get into your my.smwc.edu. Once you're in, you're going to find a place where you can change information, register, see financial award letters, even get your transcripts and see your grades. So it's a great place to know about. Another thing is to always remember, as you find things that are helpful, go ahead and bookmark them. For example, we're looking at the information technology page. So if I were to look at this here, you would see that we have this is a live view. We have all kinds of information about discounts for hardware. We see we have the Microsoft Office instructions here, the 365. We have OnTheHub and MSDNAA. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. Oh, just as a reminder, when you do change your password, and you're going to need to change it pretty frequently, you need to remember to also update your mobile devices. Otherwise, it'll lock you out of the account. So make sure you do that at the time that you change your password. Another feature of the Woods is what we call WoodsNet. And as you can see, you get to lots of things here. You have an SMWC phone list. We have the yellow pages. We have the My Portal that you can go here. We even have what we call Learn Office 365. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. As a student of the Woods, you have access to a full version of Office. So when you want to get your software, you go to office.com, and it might look a little different than what you see here because I've been into this several times, but once you log in, it's going to have your initials up here, and you can actually install Office, or you can even use it online. And remember, this PowerPoint will be available to you, so you'll be able to download the instructions as well. And there might be some reasons for you to, I'm going to go back to the live view of the WoodsNet so that you can see this. Another thing that's here is when you go into the Learn Office 365, and it might look something like this. Then there's also a section here where you can learn Office 365. And so if I go off the WoodsNet template, I can go right to Office 365 Learning Center, and this is what I'm going to see. Now what you're going to notice is you have the basics that you can cover, but you're also going to see some training templates and quick start guides and tips and so on. So if I, for example, looked at just the training templates, you're going to see that we have Excel infographics, Word infographics, PowerPoint infographics, and these are templates that I would be able to download and be able to use for my presentations. So that's all important. Another thing to remember is that there's a good reason to kind of look at what is new out there. You may be very familiar with Office 2016, but maybe you haven't really looked at anything since 2016. And there's lots of new things. There's Zoom, there's Morph, there's working together in a PowerPoint in real time. You can use the Tell Me box, which I'm not sure is new, but it's more advanced. There's even a smart lookup, and there's even a highlighter tool. So all these things that's just from 2019, and I only really outlined 6 of them. So every year you need to look at what's new in whatever product that you're working with. The other thing I want to point out is that you're in the MLD program it goes pretty quickly. It's either a year or 2 years for some of you that went the 2-year track. So I want to tell you a little bit about the ability to get a perpetual license for your Microsoft products at the time you graduate. So before you actually graduate, you want to go to the OnTheHub, and you want to, if there's a product that you want to keep, you need to buy the extended license. So for example, and this is why I wanted to show you this, is so reasonable. We're on the hub here, and you'll notice that the Office Professional Plus, I can get my extended perpetual license for $13.95. That's not a subscription. That's the actual perpetual cost to keep that product after you graduate. So I think that's pretty important for you. The other thing that you saw is the MSDNAA. And the reason I want to talk a little bit about that is because that we have an academic license with Microsoft. And so leadership development courses have access to some of the software, including Visio, Project, OneNote, and many more. So, and as you can see here, it tells you a little bit about what Visio is. Visio alone is about I don't know, maybe a $400 product. So there's lots of reasons to actually check some of these out because they may be very helpful in your organization for working on projects for your thesis. So I want to make sure you know about that. And another point I want to talk about is the announcements that flow through your courses. Like what I'm showing you here is an announcement that says end of course evaluations are now available. What will happen is the Learning Resource Center will post announcements that relate to all students. So you'll see these right in the front of your course. This is what a front course would look like. I've not checked into any of the courses yet. I'm just in Woods Online, and it shows my profile, and it'll show these type of announcements. So always look for that, for being prepared to know if something's going to be down for an hour for maintenance or something like that. And the last thing about being prepared is to let you know that BrightSpace has a D2L help desk that is open 24 hours. You can chat with someone at any point if you're having difficulty with your Woods Online course. And that is very helpful, especially when a lot of you may be doing your work at late in the day. So that's it for the Be Prepared section of the orientation, and I hope you'll be willing to look at the next section. Thanks a lot for coming.